already hit it.
I didn't know. Alright. So,
Okay, cool. That means I cannot just tell you guys what I was about to tell you, because then we're getting banned on YouTube.
I mean,
So,
final session, everyone.
no.
I'll
So,
see myself out.
alright, so everyone got their new Google Doc open or whatever they're doing?
Yes. Hold on. Let me grab the intern whose back I'm scribing this into. Please stand by. There they are.
Oh.
What the fuck? I didn't even whip you that time. I brought an intern.
yes, I have the doc open. What are we doing?
Character creation, mostly. Let me just put on some background sound, because I hate awkward silences.
All right, so does anyone have any ideas?
I'm either making a cleric or a monk if nobody else is making a healer.
Well, I mean, artificers can heal.
They're not designed for it.
You're kind of wasting your class at that point.
But,
Unless you're full on playing medic from Team Fortress 2, you're kind of wasting your class at that point.
all right, so does it? So Pyro has stated that if I want Gulp to be playable, the players have to give input and on possible mechanics and stuff like that.
Personal vote is no.
I actually want to meet Gold. So
that's one vote.
Actually, it's 2 votes. And they're both opposing. Which means
Oh.
Pyro is the tiebreaker.
Wait, I vote for Gulp and River votes for Gulp.
if only it worked that way.
Don't let it end this way. I worked hard on this.
I don't even see the issue with Gold.
An abomination.
So she's not up to conventional beauty standards.
Most of our characters aren't. In fact, I don't think I've played a character that would be considered to be up to conventional beauty standards yet.
But that doesn't mean they can't still be a good character.
Okay, let me ask you one very important question, and I need you to think very hard about this answer, Kana.
Uh-oh.
We will need to hear the gears turn for this answer. Is Gulp going to somehow randomly acquire the stuff needed to make Gulp's inventions? There's
No.
more. Will Gulp's inventions be useful to the party for either monetary benefit of we sell it to this town to solve their problem? 1, it helps us traverse a nearly vertical wall. 2, it helps us bust in a door better. Those are just examples.
Yeah, I was actually planning on having her be really useful.
Hold on. Will Gulp, as a character, will they without good reason interject themselves into other people's conversations, and will they hinder the situation by their presence of being very much a strange creature that they are, if someone is, say, trying to persuade someone to let us into a place, but yet the whole group isn't there at that moment, but the person doing the persuasion is, will Gulp walk up and then make things more difficult, or will Gulp let things ride out and then interact?
They're probably going to just, like, they're not going to interrupt or anything. I'm not going to do like what I did with Trixie, because I know that's what you're implying.
Okay. If
I'm
that's the case, then I will allow Gulp.
I'm not going to do what I did before. I want to prove that I can make serious characters.
Oh, I gotta unplug my headset because
That's already, that ship has already sailed, Kana. You're playing Gulp.
All right.
The only character that ship hasn't sailed with is Captain Eustace, and also Tetra.
All right. So, just to give context to everyone as to what this little, I don't know if I would call this a mini campaign or just a series of one-shots adventures that might be tied together, is essentially you guys are, I wouldn't say recruited, but you guys enlist yourselves into a brand new quote-unquote task force that is essentially designed for recovering artifacts, magic items, ancient texts, things of the ancient past, to return them to, well, essentially your guild leader, essentially.
Okay. So retrieval squads.
Is this the Heisters one?
No, this is not the Heisters one.
This is
Okay.
so we're a retrieval squad.
That's one way to say it, yeah.
Now, what race to play?
All right, so I'm already working on Gulp. Let me just.
Let me see. Now, for context, this is taking place in Mazdaca, which is a completely desert continent. Like, think Sumerian, African, kind of Aztecian.
You went from actually in a river valley civilization to a large biodiverse continent to a jungle. Maybe one of those or two of those.
I'm talking about culture-wise.
Okay.
Hey,
Like,
Pyro.
physically, it's very much as if the Sahara and Africa met.
Yo, very important question.
Very important answer, tomato.
No, that Google Doc isn't in tomato.
Oh.
Where is it?
After River has his question, I have a very important question.
Okay, so how tall do we want Gulp to be? Because they're always hunched over.
What was your question there, Crow? Wow, I should have called you Crow!
It's fine. That's what I usually play anyway. No, I need the Google Doc. Where'd you post it?
Oh. I thought you already had it. Wait, send it to you again.
River, was that your question?
Yes, that was my question.
Okay, real quick, my question. Pyro, do you
Hello.
know where the Sahara Desert's located?
Ain't it over towards China?
It's in Africa.
What's the desert I'm thinking that's over towards China?
The Mongolian Desert.
Oh.
Okay, so anyone got any ideas?
Well, do you want them to be a small creature or a medium creature?
I'd assume they'd be medium. It's just that
They're hunched over like they're small.
yeah.
So they're probably at the smallest of small, so like 5 foot even, but hunched over to be about
3'7".
3 feet. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, they can straighten their limbs. It's just they prefer to be. But they prefer to like move around awkwardly sometimes. They're like an orangutan or a gibbon.
I'm still Gibby.
Yeah, like all of North Africa pretty much is the Sahara Desert, Pyro.
Okay, well, I'll go fuck myself on that one.
Okay, so let me go back.
And for whatever reason, everyone speaks with a Jamaican accent.
What?
Completely unrelated. That just popped in my head as a fucking meme. I'm going to hell for that one.
Pyro, was it light you were recommending for a cleric? For the style?
For the style you're wanting to go for as a buffer is peace.
Well, I was thinking as a heal with a secondary into buffer. Primarily healing, but a little bit of buff.
The cleric is the healer, but if you're wanting a buff as a secondary, which is typically what your subclass will start to pretty much define your build.
All right, so
He seems to be the buffer.
So
Life is your hardcore healer.
So bloodline. What are we talking here? What do we call Gulp? Because I looked up what hobgoblins are, and according to D&D, that ain't what Gulp is.
Well, newsflash, we don't play D&D.
Well, then what would you call her?
And again, technically, I said she would be a custom lineage, but we don't have that yet. So I was using Hobgoblin as like a placeholder.
All right, so you want me to type in Hobgoblin until we can decide what she is?
That's up to you.
Hey, yo, Pyro, I got a question.
Hello.
What level are we gonna be?
I was thinking 5th.
5th, all right.
All right, so should I put custom lineage? Or should I just come up with a name for what she is?
Just call it Gulp Species. Just be like Yoda.
Gulpin.
No. Yoda's species is officially called Yoda's species.
All right, I'm making up a name for what she is. So there, that's what I typed in a name for what she is. You can see it on the sheet. It should be Pyro should have access to it.
You haven't sent it to me yet.
Well, it should be on your you have the sheets for my characters. You should be able to see it.
No, I only have access to what you send me.
All right. Well, how do I send this?
That's just how Google Docs work. Also, it still never amazes me how the fact that Opera has a panic button.
What does the panic button do in Opera?
All right, let me just literally read to you its little thing.
There you go.
Finally, finally, an answer to the age-old question: is today the day I get caught? Never. The panic button can be triggered at any time to instantly hide your current session, to force open a new browser window. So totally boring and not, and it might as well be a SS Sniper Wolf video for all we care. When the coast is clear, hit the button again to get back into the quote-unquote action.
All right, Pyro. Pyro. There's what I'm doing. I sent it to you.
Access denied.
All right. It shouldn't have done that, so I'm gonna have to do this again. Dang it! I have to do it through Gmail. Frick. How am I supposed to?
Guys, I'm a Russian debt collector.
What is your Gmail, Pyro?
Just set it so that the share stuff is anyone with a link.
Well, how do I do that?
Manage access. Anyone with a link instead of private.
Where's that at? I don't see that. I'm looking at the options. I don't see that.
You see the share button,
I see the share and export button.
and there's general access. And it should restricted.
Manage access.
Yep. And there should be a
the
thing
only-
that says restricted.
Yeah.
Yeah, switch that to anyone with the link.
General access. And the link. Now what?
Now you're good.
All right.
All right.
All right. What do you think?
You've got her age and her bloodline. It's a good start.
Well, what do you think of what I'm calling her bloodline?
Scarful?
Yeah,
Okay then.
it's because of her appetite.
Does she slunk a lot of stuff?
No, she scarfs it down.
It's because her species has a very unique digestive system. They can put things away. They can eat like nobody's business.
No, not matchmaker. Unless we're talking about making matches with the grave.
All right, so now that we've got that under control,
Miners.
occupation artificer. Because I feel like the artificer, unless anyone has any other ideas about what she should be, I'm picking artificer. Anyone?
Nope.
All right.
You said she's supposed to make things, and that's the class that makes things.
All right. All right. Origin. What do we want for origin? Anyone?
I think that's more or less for you to figure out.
Well,
Yeah, I'm figuring out my own origin, man. You're on your own entirely.
Isn't Tinkerer one of yours?
No, that's an occupation.
Okay, I'm going to D&D backgrounds here.
Let's see.
If we have enough time left over, we might start. But
Yeah.
as far as I know, it's only a session 0.
Yeah, but we should be able to get this done relatively quickly, as long as we're working good and not being distracted.
All right, so we're looking at an. Okay. How the hell did I just forget the name of the class you were talking about, Kana? Artificer.
Yeah.
So we're looking at an artificer and a cleric.
So far.
Cool.
If you want, the barbarian warrior and the merc are up for grabs. As far as what Adventures Within has finished and is ready for playtesting. Dragoona is up for grabs. This would be in a point in time where the Dragoona would be active. And then Blood Mage would be up for grabs. Other than that, anything out of Pathfinder in 5e 2014.
Gotcha.
Sir, that's the only 5e there is.
There's the 2020.
No, there's not.
2024 is not 5e. It's 5e backwards compatible. It's 5.5e. Or 1 D&D.
1D's nuts.
That's the one.
Either way. The point is, there are 2 magic casters.
I mean, I'm not totally married to cleric, however, that's the path I'm starting down.
Oh, I'm not telling you not to go down that path. I'm just trying to figure out where we're at. That's all.
I mean, I'm also totally considering asking Pyro if he'll let me make a character I was gonna make to replace Wilfred for this.
I'm listening.
Bo, he was that monk I was talking to you about. The one who you allowed to have those 2 specific items. Or that 1 specific item.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm listening.
Bo is a silent snake themed monk who you were going to allow to have a tattoo of coiling grasp.
Okay.
All right, I got one for.
That's really all there is to Bo.
I got one for.
I mean, also he doesn't talk.
Interplanar merchant.
You know what that means, right?
What, interplanar merchant?
Yeah.
I'm reading what it means.
You know what interplanar means?
Yeah. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Planar travel doesn't really happen. Not as easily.
Cromanea.
Right. But they got in here and they're trying to figure out a way out. Because getting out is not really as accessible as it is to get in.
Gulp goes where the wind takes her.
Well, actually, you know, when you put it that way, Tori, I guess that could make sense. Is they're here now, and they're kind of just stuck here. But here's one for you. Technically speaking, you're all supposed to be somewhat relatively native to Mazdaca. Because reason being is this whole thing is going to open up with a funeral. A funeral for the king of a particular region of Mazdaca, which you were all home to.
Can I just remake Lancy then? He's an undertaker.
Well,
Sure.
I mean, like, so.
Oh, cool.
With that being said, I mean, she's been everywhere. So, what she's doing here, she could have wound up here. She could be staying here. She could have lived here for a few years. Who knows?
Well, the idea is that you would be native. Like you pretty much have been here for, like, at least half of your life.
And don't worry, I'll re-roll Lancy's stats because I'm slightly remaking him, and I don't remember what level we were for Sean's campaign.
Well, what if this is where she returns to every so often?
How'd she get out?
I was hoping maybe you guys would have some ideas.
Well, the thing is, planar travel isn't really a thing in Zetethia. Pro and Minea were able to get in because where they're from, it's either due to a calamity or they've already gotten access to that type of power or magic.
Pro
or
got in
devices.
by accident. Minea's family has tech to get in and out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Calamity or tech or magic capabilities. Getting in is pretty simple depending on where you're from. Getting out is going to be the problem.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, I'll just go with.
Oh, Pyro, check your DMs, but
Or well, Lancey's an Undertaker. Or not an Undertaker, he's a Mortician.
So what was Gulp doing
Lance?
before leading up to this this funeral?
Junking and selling her stuff.
So a merchant.
Yeah, being a junk merchant. Like
Well, I don't have to deal with any of that.
it says here, it's like you're a different breed of merchant, one who thinks not of trade between towns or nations, but between entire planes.
Right, and like I said, planar travel isn't much of a thing. You could get into Zetethia, but getting out is going to be a problem.
Mr. Pyro,
Hello.
are we doing Z?
No, we're doing.
Are we
V.
doing the level or the free level
Yes.
1 feat?
That's just
Okay.
a house rule for me. It's not even in the book thing. It's just a house rule for me, just to make it a little bit more interesting.
Well, I'm just asking because we didn't used to always do it, and I don't know if it's an always thing.
Why don't you look into Scavenger, Kana?
Scavenger?
Scavenger.
Similar to an outlander, scavengers often find their lives in the land displaced from that of typical civilization. From vultures to rats, and likened to depraved and deprived. In reality, it's multifaceted and comes to place. Yeah, that's her.
Right.
That's her.
There you go.
So let's go back.
I'm
here.
keeping the same pros I had from Sean's, and that's history, investigation, medicine, perception, and religion.
Okay. And this is a monk?
No. This is Lancey. He's the Leonin mortician.
Right, occupation-wise.
He's a cleric.
Okay. Still cleric.
So height.
I might also make bow once I get Lancey converted.
So height would be 5 feet. We want to go 5 feet.
Well, are we doing hunched over height or standing up straight height?
I guess hunched over, so she'd be like.
I would say 3.5, 3'7" ish.
Okay, got that down.
Do I
Okay.
need to take a deity from the table listed, or am I cool to just
Okay.
we just say I have a deity, but we don't really get into it because the gods of Zatifia aren't finalized yet?
What do we do for HP?
So don't worry about that until you get your ability score situated.
All right. So what about EL, AR, and AL?
Those you figure out once you start getting equipment.
All right. So now I just got to go with power feats. Which means
I would say more or less start getting your occupation abilities laid out first, because once you start picking and choosing certain things with your occupation is when you'll start getting ideas for what you want for power feats.
so. All right. So let me just get this all.
Also, you would also know what are we doing for all the bloodline features. Because with your bloodline, you're supposed to get ability score improvements and other stuff.
All right.
Or do we just want to make this a custom lineage thing? And you're just calling it that.
Wait. What do you mean now?
I said whoever threw that, your mom's a hoe. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
So, are we having this be a custom lineage thing, or are we gonna on the fly make her features?
Well, we're gonna need to come. Okay, because of what her species is, we need to come up with a custom feature based around her ability to consume or regurgitate.
Okay. I can think of some things while you work on other stuff. So consuming and regurgitation. So, I'll go a little bit more in detail on that.
So Gulp's body, the reason she got her name in the first place is because her appetite is voracious to the point where she can actually store things inside herself. That's why she's got so much of a pot belly. But she can't store swords or really ridiculous objects, but she can literally store small things inside her digestive system and reach in there and pull them out later, or just regurgitate them the old-fashioned way.
But okay, so now that's a little bit contradiction, because if she's able to eat so much and still be physically how she is, that means she's got one hell of a metabolism. So whatever she tries to store in there, her stomach is going to break up.
Well, all right. So what? That's why I'm open to suggestion. What do you think? What should we do with this? Because
I wouldn't say much more of a storage, but more or less just a consumption thing. Regurgitation, I wouldn't know too much
Channel
on.
Divinity 6 level.
Channel Divinity is something you should get right.
No. That was an upgrade to it. Never mind.
all right. So would she know would she be able to would she have acid?
I don't need any of that.
Would she have acid spit or digestive enzymes, something what do you think?
So let me work on that a little bit.
Because
Okay, I'm gonna keep those spells for now.
for example, did you know that pineapple can actually eat you back?
Yes, because it's so acidic. So there's a reason why the phrase "eat it before it eats you."
Well, she has something similar to the acidity of a pineapple. Her hydrochloric acid in her stomach is redonkulous.
Hydrochloric acid in her stomach.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's actually stomach acid, Pyro.
Yeah.
Your stomach lining is insanely acid resistant. Now, if he said sulfuric acid, that's when we get questioning it.
No, I know
That's
what
the bad shit.
I know what stomach acid's made of. It's hydrochloric.
All right. Time to start rolling stats.
All right. So,
Pyro, it's nothing under an 11.
12.
12.
So you're always guaranteed to have a +1.
All right,
Sean's the 11.
I'm gonna start rolling her stats.
Okay.
I think you need a bake for a second before you start.
Well, so she needs power feats, but
That's one
Well,
of the
you only
last
get
things you
2.
do.
all right. So bloodline features. Okay.
That's what I'm working on now.
All right.
That's why I'm saying move on to the occupational stuff. Start figuring out her build.
All right. Well, I did work on to the occupation stuff. So all right. So artificer. Yeah.
Well, you can't say
Artificer.
that.
Oh, god damn it.
All right.
Bubble. You can't say that.
Yeah, you're gonna be hearing a lot of that.
Okay.
I do apologize for the rapid voice mod switchings as well. I'll try and make sure and disable them after you.
Bubble, you can't say
Time.
that.
All right.
Bubble, you can't say that.
I'm beginning to see the point of adding a control to everything, Pyro. However, this is also equally fun. Hey, if I have 2 numbers as my lowest, re-roll until they're not the same, right?
Reroll until you have a true lowest.
Okay. Well, shit, I knocked one of them over, so I'm just gonna re-roll all 4. Why'd I roll into the 2 dice that weren't messed up?
Bubble, you can't say that.
So 5th level, I
Bubble,
should
you can't
have.
say that.
Okay, enough, please.
Bubble, you
So
can't say that.
start at level 1 and then work up. Like you are you start at level 1 and make your complete character sheet and then level them up.
I am.
Apparently we're rolling dice over the intercom.
I'm not.
So what was the language you said she has?
Bubble, you can't say that.
Oh,
Bubble, you
originally-
can't say that.
originally, she was gonna have like her own language that she spoke, which
My
is like
point. What's it called?
I was gonna have it be. I'm gonna have it just be called Scarfish.
Scarfinese.
All right, so let me just.
Alright.
And she's a battlesmith, so. River, you there?
I think he's muted. Oh, hey, Nugget. We're making characters.
Hello. Oh, okay.
We're starting a new thing while Sean is out.
Gotcha.
Motherfucker, did you just wake up?
No, I had a volleyball tournament like Friday, Saturday. So my voice is like destroyed. And then I took a shower, and my eyes and voice looked like, wow. It's like he's showering in acid.
I'm back.
Again.
What the fuck is...
Again.
Is that Nugget?
Yes.
Again.
Oh my god. Fucking...
Again. Armed and dangerous.
God damn it.
It's
Yeah,
payday,
I mean,
fellas!
ill-equipped and very safe. Fish. You need gas station. What are we getting for dinner? Sushi, of course. Uh-oh. There was a groupie instead of a gas station sushi.
All right, so Pyro, can you look over my sheet?
Hold on.
Nugget,
Still
can you
coming up with
quit
stuff.
fucking shit posting for 5 goddamn seconds?
Stop fucking with the microwave.
I'm calling the fucking police!
Is that a weed?
Put the phone down.
All right, so Pyro, can you...
Again, hold on.
Sorry, I'm just...
Also, Pyro is a 6'3" white guy. I'm not giving any of my characters accents that aren't European, Slavic, or generally North American, not including Hispanic.
So, what was the context to any of that?
Earlier you said everybody in this nation we're at speaks with a slight Jamaican accent.
No, that was a joke.
Good.
Wow.
What the actual fuck?
What?
Oh, we're rolling dice over the comms again.
What in the world?
Hey, Pyro. Quick question for you.
Hello.
So, is there any more details on the different elf subraces?
So for Adventures Within,
Yeah.
Night are essentially your dark elves. They are your dark-skinned elves.
Racist.
They all sound like Adam Sandler.
No.
Bruh.
They are your dark elves, your drow, essentially.
Specifically Waterboy Adam Sandler.
They are the ones that were proficiently, starts with a P,
Prolifically?
There's an abundance of them, and they originate from underground. It's not necessarily the Underdark, but they are...
Plentiful?
Oh, I'll know it when I hear it, but it's going to be bothering me all night. Essentially, they originate from living underground, and primarily they are your equivalent to like a dark elf or a lavender-skinned elf. Moon elves are your hyper pale ones. that are
You
born
hold a
from.
flashlight to their skin, you can see through it.
No, you get flashbanged. It just bounces back.
Think fast, trickle nuts.
So moon elves are the ones that are born of.
Requeese.
No, moon elves are the ones that are born from being, both. The way that they're born and birth require that pretty much the making of and the birthing of are done under
An
the.
elder god.
No, fuck. Losing train of thought every fucking time. Oh, I hardcore lost train of thought. Holy shit, what the fuck was I talking about?
Moon elves requires conception of and birth of under the moon.
Under a full moon, yes.
I'm sorry.
Wood elves, think Skyrim wood elves. They are one of the oldest elves, and they're your pretty much cookie cutter looking elves. They're proficient in the forest. They pretty much live in the woods primarily. If they live in cities, typically it's due to just natural inhabitants, but their bloodline can be traced back to living in the forest. High elves, they are your elves that are born from being birthed into society and not so much being born in the woods. They're referred to as high elves because of the fact that they are raised in
They're
a
high
high.
all the time.
No, they're raised in a high society, or at least compared to wood elves. So where they're born in civilization, where wood elves are typically born and raised amongst the forests and amongst nature. The ancient elves, think your World of Warcraft elves, where they've got like the hella long ears and can be traced back to some of the first ever bloodlines in existence.
Gotcha. Is it possible to, for flavor concept, combine two of them?
I'm listening.
Half-breed abomination.
DMs.
Yeah, that'd work.
I'm half elf, and the other half
Are
elf.
there any racial bonuses there?
Oh, yeah, give me 1 second. So.
I'm half dragon, and what's the other half? Half dragon. Doesn't that just make you a full dragon? You'd think. Nobody? Okay.
I think of anything.
Right.
What's cleric's spellcasting? Is that it?
Clerics? No, wisdom.
Wisdom?
Clerics are wisdom, wizards are intelligence.
Okay.
All right, so you looked it over?
No, I'm not helping River with his thing.
Oh.
What are things that seem useful for what I'm trying to do? Yeah, healing spells are not counted as offensive, are they?
Healing? No, they're labeled as support, technically, or just straight healing.
And same with buff spells.
Buff spells are support spells.
Okay.
Okay, so I got the artificer feature with the battlesmith keen. I got the keen eye. I got the stuff for battlesmith, and I've got the steel defender. I just don't have its stats yet because we have to work on its stats.
Okay.
Okay, there I got, and I'm just gonna put this in.
Clancy had one of those. Feel like he should, but because he should does not mean he does.
Okay, I've got all the stuff for. I got all the stuff up to 5th level. So that should take care of that anyway.
Nice.
We're looking at standard movement speed.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. So I've now narrowed down replacing my original power feat to 4 different things, and that's healer, linguist, crossbow expert, and warcaster.
Warcaster is always decent. What was the first one for linguist?
Healer.
Healer is always good if you're looking to maximize your healing output.
Does, but I feel like I'm primarily doing that with the magic side. And then Lancy also happens to have a crossbow. Which is why I considered that one. It just seemed like a useful one. I think we will roll the d4.
Alright, Kana. Here you
It
go.
has been settled. I will be taking the healer feat.
All right. What are you adding?
Giving you your racial features.
Okay. I just. I paste that in. Where should I put that? Should I put that in where should I put that on my sheet?
I would say above Keen Eye.
All right.
Alright, I now no longer have to disarm myself to cast spells.
There you go.
Okay.
Also, give that a read over so you understand it.
All right.
Let me know if I need to clarify anything.
Wisdom modifier plus cleric level. Okay. I have a grand total of 9 spells to work.
Okay. I understand it.
Okay.
Let's just hope she makes money enough to afford what she's going to be consuming. Because I have a feeling when she goes to a tavern and sees that she can eat something besides Bob Biddledy's, she's going to love it. Speaking of which, we should probably stat Bob Biddledy, her Steel Defender.
That's very last thing to do.
All right.
Alright, so
So what next?
I would say
So
now,
check your DMs real quick.
now that we have your racial stuff and at least core occupation, is when you should start rolling out your ability scores.
All right.
Also, there should be a section on your Adventure Within to teach you how to create your character.
I thought I rolled the d6s and.
Right, it's like so I don't have to hold your hand through it as I was getting at. Like it tells you what you need to do and what order to do it.
All right, where do I find that?
Hey, for clerics, is charisma a dump stat? I know it's one of their saving throws, but
No. For clerics,
No.
typically it is a coin toss between strength, unless they are doing strength-based weapons. In that case, you would do agility or straight intelligence. Usually not so much on intelligence, though.
it's my Probo as a level 5. 3. Remember when I used to have all that shit memorized?
Yeah, so wisdom is obviously their main. Vitality is their secondary focus because healer, you want to have a fair amount of points to keep yourself up.
My wisdom and my constitution are both 18s.
Strength, agility, and charisma are rated as third best, and it's at your own discretion depending on how you want to build. But usually strength and intelligence are your dump. The only reason you would put any points into intelligence if you need to use any knowledge skills.
I have a 14 in intelligence, a 13 in strength and agility.
Okay, this is interesting to me. So, your leveling system is you just get a base amount of health every level?
Yes, because when I was doing the rolled system, I could not figure out how to give knights proficiently more health. Like someone was saying, just give them 5d6, but I was like, no, that seems like too much. I also want to try and keep it as a 1, but giving them a 1d20 health die seems too much of a variable. So I was considering, okay, maybe 3d8 for health, and I couldn't really decide it. So that's when I went to the flat health increase, and so that your first level is always going to be your variable because of the 1d6 on top of your max health, on top of your vitality. And then afterwards, it's just whatever.
Dang
Right.
it.
So my class is 10 plus a d6 plus vitality mod
At first
at
level.
first level, and then after that, it's just 10 plus
Oh wait,
the
are
new
we
vitality
doing that
mod.
now?
Yes.
I prefer the older system.
And that's fine. If you want to roll it out, that's fine. It's just one of those. It's the best way I could figure out how to deal with knights having the most health without nerfing everyone else in the process.
I have a thought. Level 1 class feature for the knight. They get an addition. They get a fixed rate addition of like +5 that once we hit a certain level, it becomes 10. Then once we hit another certain level, 15, 20 for like the last level up.
I'm already knee deep into how, because that means I'd have to redo the entire health system a third time. Because I had to rewrite everything and how everything with health works to fit this new system.
It's a thought, Pyro.
So why'd the music stop? Put it back.
I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just saying, hey, I had this thought. Consider.
That would just require me to.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know.
For hit die for the first level, it's always okay.
So as a cleric, what's your hit die?
No. I figured out what I needed answered. It's a D8.
I was gonna say in Adventures Within it would be a 8 plus a D6 plus your Vit mod.
How do I do the? So I'm trying to get the font you did for stats.
What do you mean?
Like how the stats font is in bold.
Huh?
Like here, let me just put stats because I don't know how else to.
There should be a button that's literally just bold.
Okay. All right. So they're not strong. At least I would think they're not strong.
Artificers typically strength is a dump stat.
So let's roll for that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with. So she got 3, 4, and 6 for the strength stat.
I don't know. For this stuff, you never go in order. For ability scores, you always roll out your 6 numbers and then place them.
Oh.
Because you want your highest to be intelligence, since that's where everything comes from.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. So.
All right, Lancey has.
Oh my
48
God! Why is there
health.
5 of you? Vitality would be your
Sorry about that.
secondary. Agility. Typically, it's what your armor and everything is going to come from because of lightweight and stuff like that.
Oh, why can't I make it right below it? Dang it!
And then strength, wisdom, and charisma are technically your dump stats, but you can put it as what you need.
I'm trying to get my stats below. I'm trying to get the next thing below strength, but it won't I can't pinpoint it there. Dang it! Why won't you go below it? Oh, this is ridiculous.
What are you trying to do? Just put your cursor down there?
Yeah, but
Press and hold your space bar and then just swipe down. There you go.
hold on. I'm doing this on my phone, so this is really hard.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Press and hold your space bar and just drag your thumb down.
Scale mail is considered moderate armor, right?
Scale mail, yes.
Dang it. It's not doing it. It's not doing it.
I don't know.
Alright. Yeah, that's not a horrible reduction level. That's not bad. What is TPB?
Training proficiency
That's your
bonus.
proficiency.
Oh.
Training
Yep.
proficiency bonus.
I
I'm-
just asked the same question.
Yeah, because I'm not going to call it, proficiency bonus just for the sake of, consistency. I want it to flavor it up a little bit. So training proficiency bonus. I'm sorry to say, later on it's like, oh, you gain training in this. You now have
All right.
proficiency in that.
A suggestion on the character sheet: write it out. Also,
so
write
yeah.
out AR, AL, EL as we're working through, grinding out all the rough spots of the system and try and turn into something polished.
Have I
They're
shown
not
you
to
what I've got?
abbreviate that shit.
Have I shown you what I've got for that yet?
I've got 4 cantrips, 4 first level
No.
of 3 seconds.
You have not. But
I have
that's just
exactly
a
as many
suggestion.
known spells as I have spells.
You see, this I like. This I really like.
That's my current character sheet. That's like version 0.2.
So, what are the base stats for artificers? Like the best stats that I want here.
That's what I was getting at earlier. You want your main stat to be intelligence because that's where
All right.
everything comes from.
She got
Gumption,
she got a
chutzpah.
16. She got a 16 in intelligence. Do I re-roll?
It doesn't matter what you guys intend. You roll out all 6 of your numbers, and then you
All right.
place them.
All right.
You just want to get the values itself, and then you arrange them as you need.
Dispatch the choice of choice. Powers and abilities.
What are my...
Taking specialist stuff level 1.
Oh yeah, I don't have Eldritch Blast anymore. What a shame. Hmm.
Oh, okay. I think I see what I did there.
That seems like as good as any.
Okay, so let's just check. So
Yeah, because what you got right now, River, that you're working with is just a Google Doc template that I made. What I sent you is what the printout would be like. That if I were to ever make a starter kit with like the main book, the first expansion, and a couple of injury die. I feel like I would have 5 of these within the pack.
gotcha.
Injury die is something I definitely want to get made, molded, and like an actual piece of merch.
True.
All
You
right.
want to use a D6?
Yeah, typically you can use a D6 as described in the injury system within the book.
All right.
By the way, Pyro, there's the Lancy seat as it is so far. It's almost done. I just need to get his spells.
All right,
That's
Pyro.
a
I've got
penis.
my stats rolled out. What do you think? I did what you said.
Okay. I would say switch your 16 with your your 16 in wisdom with your vitality, because you're going to need more health as an artificer. You're gonna be naturally a bit squishy.
There.
That's what I'm for, Pyro.
There. Now what?
Right, but would you rather you to have to do your job less and use less resources?
All right. Now what?
All right, now apply your bloodline feature stuff to your scores.
So let me see. Bloodline features. Isn't that like? That's on my sheet, I think.
Take ceremony.
Yeah, it's
and
right at the top.
Marries River and Gulp's or River's
All right,
character and
yeah.
Gulp.
All right.
Ooh, or do I just take detect magic?
No, you modify the actual score itself.
Oh. So it's a 15, so that means +1, right?
Yep. No, +2.
Okay. So that also. So we also use. So charisma is -2, so that would make it
12. Makes it a +1.
all right. Am I doing it right?
So far. No, +1, not -1.
Oh.
You'd have to have an 8 for you to hit -1.
Ah, that's automatically one of my 2 third levels.
All right. And finally, +2 in vitality.
Ah. Motivational speech.
My fellow
I found
Americans.
my new.
There. How's that?
I found my new favorite spell name.
That'll be a +4. And so would your intelligence. Your wisdom would be a +1, and your strength would be a +0.
Oh, that takes a casting time of 1 hour.
And wisdom would be +0.
+1. Your strength is a +0.
Bestow curse. Yo ass
Okay.
man.
There,
I support you into not getting or not catching these hands.
All
All
right.
right,
So,
now
what is your artificer's health die?
It's a D8.
rolling in the D8.
Nope. So you're going to have 8 and roll a d6.
8 and roll a D6 now
Yep.
for HP.
Yep.
All right. It's a 5.
Okay. And what's your vitality modifier?
So 5 plus 4, 9.
So starting at first level, you get 17 health.
All right, 17.
I'd say also make a slash and then 17, so you have maximum in your current.
The slash.
And we're at 17 again.
Okay.
So now the only one that you'd be modifying is your first 17. As you're taking damage, you modify that, and as you're healing, you put that up. The last 17 is your maximum, so you always know how high you have to go. So if you're at 15 but you get healed for 10, you can only go up to 17.
All right, so.
Okay.
But I'm at 5th level, so 17 can't be all I've got.
Right. You start at first level and get everything with first level done, and then you
All right.
slowly add to it. So
All right.
let's see what we got. Creating a character. We've got our bloodline picked out. We got our occupation picked out. We got our origin picked out. Okay. Now, artificer. First level, you get magical tinkering and spellcasting. By 5th level, you will know 2 cantrips.
Oh, for artificers, right?
So, what 2 cantrips would you want?
I
Actually,
got
you might want to make a section for.
Okay, that's exactly what I thought.
So 1d8 per artificer level.
So, you might want to make a section for your magic.
All right. Where should I put that?
That's up to you. Your sheet. Whatever makes it easier for you to navigate.
Let me see where I put my spells last time and go from there. Okay, I put my magic below my skills.
Pyro, can you blame a girl for asking?
Yes.
Well,
Oh god.
I blame our collective favorite
One more.
Asian tabletop content creator shit poster.
Amasama.
Yeah, Hamasama inspired that line of questions.
Oh gosh. I don't know how I'm gonna have enough. Hey, Pyro.
Hmm.
How do I copy paste something from a sheet and then put it onto another sheet?
You select the area that you're wanting to copy. You hit copy. And you paste it.
Okay.
It's not as funny as it should be, but it is. It's not. It should be as funny as it is, but it is. feel like we can all appreciate creative use of spell mechanics.
I want to. I think it's easier if I copy paste all my skills. You know, the acrobatics, animal handling.
Those
appraisal.
are the wrong dice too, is what irks me in that first one, Pyro. They're all D4s. Should be D6s.
Which
Dang it!
what's it say?
For gosh sake!
Pyro's casting nuclear bomb and using wish to cast
Aha!
fireball at level go fuck yourself at me for questions. What the fuck is that?
See the post above it. Azaza, what are you doing open?
Azaza, quit touching Sakuhana's thighs.
Okay, so
Azaza is not touching the thighs. Why would he be interested in the thighs? Azaza is interested in that tail.
Hey, so I have a question for you. I'm having trouble finding it in the Adventures Within.
Azaza has answer.
Draguna need strength, agility, vitality. Now, are all Draguna spellcasters?
No.
Or
No.
Okay, that's only the Cosmic Voyager.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Draguna are primarily a burst TPS based occupation. The Cosmic Voyager is the only one that adds spellcasting, as the Astral Dragons, which will be retconned and modified in the future. The Astral Dragons are the oldest of dragons and are typically referred to as the grandfathers of dragons. And if you manage to bond with one of these, they are the ones that give you spellcasting, as they're the only ones that have an arcane tether. Most dragons, the closest they have to an arcane tether is to pretty much imbue their breath weapons.
Gotcha.
All right, so I got the stats up there. The other stuff for acrobatics, animal handling, etc. So what do I add for those? Acrobatics, animal handling, appraisal, arcane, athletics, alphabetically. You know that stuff.
They're all should be listed out.
It's kinda. You know your base scores, right?
Yeah.
So you see the abbreviations next to the arcane athletics and so on and so forth.
Oh.
So each one of those corresponds to a modifier from one of your base scores, right? Let's say your intelligence is a 20, so you have a +5. Anything that has a intelligence
Shit.
score,
Okay.
an intelligence next to it, unless it says pro, expert, or master, has a +5. If it has a pro, you add your proficiency training bonus.
I just realized
If
I
it
need to
hasn't-
change the character sheet because I still have brewing, smithing, and all that crafting, brewing, and smithing under vitality. I haven't updated it yet. But if you refer to the skill section of Adventures with Encana, you would get your answers to what goes to what.
The skill
Yeah.
section of Adventures Within.
Yep.
I do have a quick question.
I have a quick
Is
answer.
it a waste to have both detect good and evil and detect magic?
No, because detect good and evil detects entity type, and detects magic detects school of magic, if not the exact spell, if it's a low enough spell.
Okay.
Okay.
Or if I
so-
upcast it high enough, right?
Detect magic on paper you can't upcast, but depending on the spell, sometimes they can be weak enough that they actually are susceptible to just being outed.
I see.
So okay,
What it
I'm
takes.
I'm on skills. So what do I do here?
Just pretty much wherever your skill, whatever skill you need to add a thing to, you just like your acrobatics, your sleight of hand, and your stealth, you add your agility modifier. Your
Okay.
crafting and your smithing, you add your vitality modifier, etc., etc.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking protection from poison.
So it's solid.
I'll read out my full spell list here in a minute. Ideally, we don't need that one. Oh no, wait, that's still gentle repose. That one's aight, but not for this character I'm doing. Oh, and by the way, because you know I can, dispel magic, Pyro.
Alright.
It's not even a question. It's there. It's there. Be scared. We're just gonna have a back and forth of counterspell. Unfortunately, though, I'm not high enough level to have counterspell yet.
Your 5th level, yes?
Wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been doing
Yeah.
these wrong.
The counterspell's a 3rd level spell.
Is it?
Yes. However,
Clerics do not have counterspell.
what to say?
You should tell me.
What a fucking shame. How did Sean cast counterspell?
Sorcerer, Warlock, Wizard. Let me look if it's a life domain thing. Oh, the light domain.
It's gotta be whatever Manea's subclass was.
Maybe. Light domain doesn't get counter spell. I don't even remember John casting counter spell, to be honest.
No, that might have been Jack who actually cast counterspell. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was Jack. But the Fae is when it would have happened if it happened.
Hey.
When we encountered the Fae in the forest in the prologue,
Oh.
after Trixie tried to stuff something into the tent of Befuddle Hall.
Not one of my better moments.
Yeah, we'll go with that as my other third level. Oh, shit.
Bathroom's that way.
Shut up, smartass.
Better than being a dumbass.
You're that too. You're an oxymoron of a human being.
My proficiency is +3, so it's gonna be
Charisma's +2. That's actually gonna be +5 because
All right.
it's +2.
All right. My full spell list from the spells I've chosen is Healing, Shield of Faith, or Healing Word, Shield of Faith, Detect Magic. Or I put Detect Magic twice by accident. Alright, starting from the top. Healing Word, Shield of Faith, Detect Magic, Detect Good and Evil, Aid, Protection from Poison, Blindness, Deafness, Dispel Magic, Spirit Guardians.
Hooray for Spirit Guardians.
I swear to God,
Fuck
if you
yeah.
do that one fucking combo,
Actually, I have to drop Aid because that's one of my fucking class spells, so any recommendations for a second level cleric spell that is not protection from poison or deafness, blindness.
healing word.
Also, Healing Word? Healing Word's first level.
Yep, but you can upcast.
No,
You
I
can.
meant to fill in that missing spell slot.
Sorry, your spell list and your spell slots are two different things. They don't
I
correlate.
meant missing spell list. Yeah, but I want to have all 9 of my spells that I know filled out, just so I have the option.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Do yourself a favor, do healing word because it's
I already have Healing Word.
you have cure wounds.
It was literally the first words out of my mouth.
Do you have cure wounds?
No. Okay, cool, and it's not one of my subclass spells.
Subclass spells I typically note with an asterisk.
No, I just have them listed. I copy paste the table underneath the regular spells.
Okay, that works.
So they're there, but they're separate. It makes it easier for when I'm having to count out how many of my known spells I've used up.
Fair.
Because I've got in my subclass spells Heroism, Sanctuary, Aid, Warding, Bond, Beacon of Hope, Sending, and those are all the ones I can currently use, so those are all the ones that currently matter. Because I can only use the ones that are up to 5th level, right?
Being your 5th level, you would have access up to 3rd level spells.
Oh, okay, I see. Those are spell levels. I'm gonna apologize right now because I think playing in previous characters, I've accidentally used up to 5th level thinking it was character level.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna apologize for that past mistake if it was made. Because I feel like it was.
You can learn spells up to what you're able to cast.
Yeah, I know, Pyro.
I'm just saying that because if you're saying it was in reference to your ow, my throat. Your character level is like, okay, 20th level spells.
No. I'm pretty sure as Jack, I once accidentally used a subclass spell that I wasn't supposed to be able to because I misread the table as the number beside it not being the spell level, but the character level, right? Pretty sure I made that mistake once. Anyways, if we're not all done,
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
I'm not.
I was not calling anyone out because I know we're not starting till everyone's ready.
I'm almost ready. I'm hurrying as fast as I can.
Kana,
I'm gonna
there's no
be
need
I'm
to
gonna be
hurry.
honest. You're far from close. You still need to do all of your spells. You still need to do the rest of your health.
All right.
And
Well,
get your
I
one-
got
and
my
get-
I got my stats out.
Kyra, you
Start.
care if I make the bow sheet just for funsies?
Yeah, next level.
All right.
Just
So
pastime,
now
just
we do artificer stuff.
So, what are your proficiencies?
Have I started the bow sheet?
Oh crap!
Bow.
Well, what do you
already have a
what do you think?
That's up to you. What's artificer say you can have?
Okay, so artificer. Let me see here. The class features hit dice, hit points at first level, 8 plus your constitution modifier. Hit points at higher levels, 1d8 plus your constitution modifier per artificer level after first. Proficiencies. Okay, yeah, I see it. Copying it.
I apparently
Don't copy it.
started
It's
bow.
choices.
Oh. Light armor, medium armor, shields. She'll need a shield.
No, so that's what you have access to for armor.
Oh.
And then weapons, you have access to simple weapons. What I'm saying is, what skills do you want for your proficiencies?
Oh. Perception and
Monk is a good TV show.
perception and investigation should be good.
Go ahead and mark them, and then add your proficiency to them.
Yeah. Perception and investigation. Okay, there. I got that there.
And then add your proficiency to it.
Okay, so that'll be so my proficiencies. I added them. Did I do it right?
You haven't added it yet.
All right. What am I missing? I'm trying to.
You've marked them as proficient, but you haven't added your proficiency.
Oh, so it's 1/8 plus my con modifier. Is that it?
No, that's your HP.
All right. Dang it. You have comprehension issues.
Add your proficiency. What's your proficiency modifier?
I'm trying to find it. Let me find it here. Dang it. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Proficiency bonus +2.
At level 5?
Level 5, it's +3.
Okay, there you go. Add that
Okay.
to your modifiers.
All right, so +3. All right, sorry. I didn't mean to get frustrated there. I struggle. All right, there we go.
Alright. Alright. Now, make a section for your magic.
All right.
So the first thing it's going to be is your infusions as an artificer.
There.
Not spell infusion, but artificer infusions. Alright, go ahead and pick 4 infusions that you would get as an artificer.
Okay.
Both
So-
have a power feat and what was it?
Is it alright if I steal Pyro's attention for a moment
What's
while
up?
you look through this? So, with the health,
Right.
do you want +3 throughout the board, or do you want +2 until I hit the +3? Because
What do you mean? For the health?
alright, so we're at 5th level.
Right. So at first
So-
level, it would be the whatever it is plus your d6 plus your vitality, and then
Yeah.
every level after it's just that number plus your vitality. So if you were to do say a ASI at 4th level, if that were to
okay, never
affect it, then you would modify it as fit.
Right.
Like say
Modify for the whole deal.
yeah.
Just like D&D. Cool.
So if it's
Okay.
it's like say for at first, second, and third, it's a +3 for your vitality, and at 4th level it turns into a +4. Okay, you do the +3 for the first 3 levels, and then the +4 on the 4th level.
Okay, so it doesn't run backwards. It doesn't add on.
Right, you start at first level and you level up.
Yeah, no, obviously. What I'm saying is, it's not one of those things where you add on the +1 per level. Because I'm just trying to get clarification on this, since D&D speak, whenever you up your vitality or your constitution, we'll refer to it as vitality for this, there's retroactive improvements made to upping the modifier.
That's new
Why I'm
to
asking.
me, because I've always played it as like even when I was doing 5e stuff. When you make your character, you start at first level, and then you add the health as you level up and expand your sheet. So like I was saying,
it's
if it,
always, it's always had that overlying effect to
I'm back.
up your overall health even more. That's
That's-
what made it worthwhile to do it.
that's news.
What?
Okay, I
We're
got
talking about
I got the enhancements.
Infusions?
Enhanced infusions, yeah. Enhanced defense. Should I copy paste that?
Enhanced defense. Okay.
So
You could, yeah, because you get 4 of these.
56.
Yeah.
60.
I'm trying to make sure I can actually do it. Okay, I'm doing. I got 2 of them. I'm gonna paste here. I got 2 of them. I'm gonna paste here.
No armor counts as light armor, right?
No armor is considered as unarmored.
Okay. Linguist is absolutely fucking useless for him.
Tori.
Yeah. What?
Let's roll
What
with
pack?
all.
Or did you say my name?
Why is it zipping the files? I don't want to zip the files.
Am I going schizo?
No, you're not. Give me one sec.
Okay.
Oh, come 15 and that'll become 16, making that a plus 3. Meaning
I mean,
all my
stacking
abilities
mobile on
need to
a
go
monk
up.
is always fun, but do I do that again? Oh no. I hear large key. Enter key pressed. It's being sent to me.
That feels right.
Just in case you find
Okay,
something fancy.
cool.
Wait a minute, isn't there also grappler? Yeah, there's grappler. That would require me to make Bo a strength build, though. What is Bo's already existing scores? Because I think Bo's my first monk that properly goes for full dex. Okay, Bo could take grappler if I chose. I will look at those later on. Just because I don't want to get overwhelmed right now, because I'm just trying to
Got it.
up
And
level Bo.
Infusions put in.
Okay. No, you're gonna want to make an actual section for your arcane.
What the fuck was that? There was one I was thinking of that would be great for Bo that I didn't have open. Tough. Tavern Brawl.
All right, so spells.
Skill. Athlete.
So,
Century.
you know, number of spells equal to your intelligence modifier plus half of your artificer level rounded down. So in this case, it'd be 2.
So I know 2 spells.
Intelligence modifier is plus 0.
No, her intelligence modifier is +4.
Okay, plus your half your artificer level rounded down.
All right. So let me find the artificer thing.
Oh no, it's
But what's half of
Sentinel, not
5?
Century.
3.
2.5. And then you round it down, it's 2.
So 4 + 2 is 6.
There you go. You have choice of 6 spells.
All right.
You know 2 cantrips at 5th level. I think you know 2. Okay.
All right.
Uh,
So 2 cantrips.
Let me find the artificer spell list.
Here, let me beat you to the punch.
We'll come back to feats in a second.
I'll be back.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, well, I guess then I'll ask you, Pyro.
What's up?
Pyro,
Hello.
for a monk whose bread and butter is he restrains people and then he wails on them, he's already actually an agility build, but that's besides the point.
Okay.
I was gonna say, because he has an item that lets him do the restraining.
Okay.
It has a fixed DC. I was gonna ask you, should I go open hand, long death, or maybe should I go back with shadow again so I can pop out of the shadows at people?
connect to this fucking website? Why can I connect
Because
to
it's-
this fucking website?
Because it's a piece of shit.
VPN on. Try that.
Oh, motherfucker, is their site down again?
I'm wondering. Because I'm not accessing it at all.
Are you doing Wikidot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being stupid for me too.
Okay, I guess. Because I don't have that book physically. Long Death's off the table.
RPGbot.net's up, so let me look at that.
I'm using D&D Beyond.
I can't stand that website.
Uh,
If you don't own the book, you can't access the content. I think it's fucking stupid. Alright. Long Death. Exceptionally hard to kill. The way Long Death allows you to preserve your own life by taking others. Open hand, master martial arts, way that is simplest and most iconic monk. Give mercy, empower your key to harm and inflict foes. Employ stealth and magical abilities to evade surprise and ambush. Use your key to conjure magical sets of arms, yada yada. Let's say it's stuck between shadow and open hand.
alright, I guess I'm flipping a coin. Alright, it's Shadow.
Understood, have good day.
He does not have the ability to teleport yet, though, because that's a level 6.
Alright, I'm gonna take this real quick.
Monk, like the other 9 out of 10. 10 bings. Is also a D8 for health. Chester, get over here. Damn that weak build point for the tongue. Okay. At least I went back on in one go this time. How did Bo have an 8 or 4?
Okay, now then. That's one cantrip.
I've returned.
All right,
Alright.
I've got 2 of our cantrips,
Being
and we're gonna. Okay, what? That's 2 spells already.
all right. What do you got for your 2 cantrips?
For her cantrips, she's got Firebolt and Sword Burst.
Okay. Sword Burst is excellent for handling crowds in melee. Okay. And Firebolt. Say it's a go-to. Except what? Wait, what's your What'd you say your specialist is?
What?
What'd you say your specialist is?
Specialist?
Yes.
Your subclass.
Oh, I'm a battlesmith.
I love how the guide for this is saying, Firebolt is the go-to damage option for everyone except the battlesmith.
Then what do I use?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm trying to look.
You use Ice Bolt. 200 IQ plays.
Hold on. Let me actually look at that one. Doo-doo-doo.
Makes up a spell.
Why was that echoed?
I might have had the echoes enabled.
Oh, there you go. Green Flame Blade.
1, 2.
All right.
Because your Sentinel guy is supposed to be like what you're commanding in combat, right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee weapon attack with it against one creature within 5 feet of you. Okay, you do that on your one guy.
All right.
It's an idea. I'm looking at others. Guidance, it's a cookie cutter. Always good to go to. Booming Blade is always good to grab. It's pretty much the same thing as Green Flame, but instead of fire, it's I want to say it's Force or Thunder, one of the two. Mage Hand, it's always nice to have. Mending. Mending you are going to need to have. Like, Mending you are going to be, as a Battlesmith, you're going to be required to have this. Now that I think of it.
All right.
Because, say for instance, your one thing, it gets destroyed in combat, you have to go through the efforts of building another one. Versus just using this spell to fix him.
Okay, I've got my spells then. I've got my 3 cantrips and 3 spells.
No, you get 2 cantrips and 6 spells.
Oh. Then I guess I have to sacrifice Sword Burst.
First,
Unless Kana takes a spell sniper feat, and then they can learn 1 offensive cantrip.
I would say keep the Sword Burst and get rid of the Green Flame. Because as a Battlesmith, you are going to be on the front lines.
Okay, there we go. And here's what I've got for spells: Grease, Tasha's Caustic Brew, and Aid.
So Grease, Grease is okay for crowd control. I mean, because Grease only makes them fall prone, which eats half of their movement. It's okay for crowd control. It's not a great option, but it ain't a horrible one either. What's another one?
Tasha's Caustic Brew.
That one can be hit or miss. Okay.
And the last one is Aid.
Aid, cookie cutter. Yeah, it's always a nice one to have.
You want me to sacrifice Tasha's Caustic Brew?
Tasha's Caustic it can be good, but there are times where it just, you might not get the full thing out of it.
All right.
Because it's a very situational spell. I would say also pick up Web if you're wanting to go towards crowd control.
Yeah.
Pyro, in response to what you sent on Instagram, nice. Also, Bo is done.
What did I send on
Well,
Instagram?
Luna.
Oh yeah, the Luna.
So I can only cast it to 3rd level, right?
You can only cast up to 2nd level.
Okay, then.
You're a half caster.
What about Rope Trick?
Rope trick. Rope. Let me see what this one is. The guide is saying it's a very meh spell, but let me see what it is myself. Website. Yes. You touch a length of rope that is up to 60 feet long. One end of that rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra-dimensional space until the spell ends. Exponential space reaching the top of the rope. The space can hold as many up to 8 medium or so creatures. The rope can be pulled into the space, making one rope, blah, blah. In theory, it can be a place to get a magically safe space to take a short rest. But it's not exactly a get out of jail free card. It's a get yourself out of jail for an hour.
Well, then I've got Catapult and Cure Wounds. And you know what Catapult does.
Yeah, Cure Wounds is good too. I'd say take all 3 of those. Cure Wounds, Catapult, and Rope Trick.
What about Thunderclap?
Thunderclap, it's a very meh.
Oh, all right. Well, all right.
Where do you see Thunderclap?
That was a cantrip.
What's happening?
Thunderclap being a very meh spell.
Yeah. Unless you want to use it for dumb things.
Yeah. Plus,
Like what
Thunderclap
Venus did.
Plus, Thunderclap uses Vitality saves, which is one of the highest saves next to Strength.
All right. I got my spells and I got my cantrips. Now what?
You're gonna list out your spell slots.
All right. I think I got 6, don't I?
You got 4 first and 2 second. Also make it like very similar to how you have your health. So you have So you have like first level 4/4, second level 2/2, so that you have your maximum and your current.
So 4 first levels,
No, so
2 second levels.
You're gonna do. So, hold on. Erase all that. And then you're going to want to do a section that says first level, and then do 4/4, so that you can see that you have 4 first level ready, and then 4 first level maximum. And then do the same thing with second level, but 2 and 2.
So first,
4/4.
4/4, and then second. How many do I put for second?
2. And I would also organize your spell list by level, just for simplicity's sake.
There. It's easier if I just read up on it before I cast it, because then I can think on it.
You'd also want to get your little note cards like you did before.
Well, actually, I figured out my own way of doing that. Anyway, now what?
Now we're gonna start getting you leveled up in health and all that wise. So, let's see. So 17. It's an 8, right? So 4, so 12. Second level, third level. Now, are we wanting to do your ability score improvements and your feats, or what do we want to do?
I guess ability score improvement and feats. I guess we're not going to get to play tonight.
Well, that was expected. Alright, so how are we wanting to do your ability score improvement? Also, you have nothing for your actual artificer listed out. Just your battlesmith. Alright, so what do we want to improve with your ability scores? Do 1 by 2 or 2 by 1?
1 by 2.
Okay.
So I have like, what do I have to improve here?
You?
No, I'm trying to see, like, my brain's not working right now, and I'm trying to fix it. Okay, so okay. Dang it, why can't I think? This is bugging me so much. I don't know why I can't think. I'm trying to find where I have to look, but I can't find it.
Ability scores.
Did I not write that down?
You very much did.
Oh, I see the -2, +1, +2.
No, that's your racial feats.
Oh, speed feature. That. Dang it! Why can't I find it? Oh, no. I'm sorry. Like I'm not. I'm not. I'm not messing with you. I swear. What? I don't know what to look for. I don't know where to look.
Strength, agility, vitality, intelligence,
Oh,
wisdom, charisma.
dang. Oh yeah. Sorry. There we go. All right. So +2, and so let's go with the intelligence because we're gonna need that.
Alright, so that's gonna only be able to get the +1 because it can only go up to 20. So
All right. So
move that to 20, and you can move another one up by 1.
+5 now.
Yep.
And charisma. There, how's that?
There you go.
Now what?
4th level, 5th level. Alright, so change your HP to 65.
Okay.
Your current and your maximum.
All right.
Alright,
I've returned.
welcome back.
Thank you.
Now we need to get you a section for your inventory, Kana.
All right. Okay. So inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to go back to
Your scavenger for start.
yeah.
So, with a scavenger, you gain proficiency in investigation and perception. So you can go ahead and mark that.
All right. So did I already add that?
No, that's what you picked. You already picked your artificer proficiencies. For scavenger, you get investigation and perception.
All right. So plus how much for that?
You mark them as proficient.
I did.
They're already proficient.
Yeah.
Then they get moved up
Oh,
to
you can't say
expertise.
that.
So they go from pro to exp. Means your proficiency bonus is doubled. And if it happens again, it goes up to mastery and then it's tripled.
There we go. So how much plus what exactly here?
It's doubled your proficiency.
So +6.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
You get a proficiency in an artisan's tool of your choice. Which my rule is, if you get it handed to you, if you get a proficiency with it via a background, origin, or a class occupation, you also get that item.
So what should I use for that? 'Cause I
Well,
don't know what it.
Naturally, with an artificer, you get proficiency in thieves' tools, tinker tools, and another artisan tool of your choice. What you could do is abuse this a little bit to make your thieves' tools or your tinker's tools expertise. Or what? Oh shit! We're gonna have to do this again anyway. Let me just see what artisan tools are. It's not what I asked for. That's also not what I asked for. There we go. Okay, artisan's tools. We have alchemist supplies, brewer's supplies, calligrapher's supplies, carpenter's supplies, cartographer's supplies, cobbler's tools, cooking utensils, glassblower's tools, jeweler's tools, leatherworker tools, mason tools, painter supplies, potter tools, smith tools, tinker tools, weaver tools, and woodcarver tools.
I think Smith and Tinker would work.
There's also disguise kit, forgery kit, herbalism kit, navigator's tools, poisoner kit, and thieves tools.
So that's the Thieves' Tools, probably.
Okay. So go ahead and add a thieves' tools to your inventory and mark them as expertise. Because you were getting it from both scavenger and artificer. As well as add a tinker tools and mark that as proficient. And you get to pick another set of tools.
So for Thieves' Tools, I put proficient.
Expertise.
And Tinker Tools, proficient.
Right.
Okay, there we go.
And you also get a choice of another set of tools.
I would imagine Smith's Tools could work.
Okay. So go ahead and add those to your inventory and mark them as proficient.
There we go.
You acquire a trinket dear to you. One scavenge.
A fish head, like a fish head necklace, or like one of those fish skeletons.
Like a shark tooth necklace?
Yeah, but it's like an actual fish skeleton.
Okay.
That she turned into jewelry.
Okay. Go ahead and add that.
There we go.
Commoner's clothes.
All right.
You get a blanket, a leather sack.
Whenever you got a moment.
Okay. All right. What next?
Now, go ahead and mark vitality and intelligence as proficient.
All right.
So how are you tonight, River?
I'm alright. I just need to figure out my gear stuff now. As far as like getting my ELAR, AL, and my initiative bonus.
So
I think I might be
vitality
able to help
and
with,
vitality and it,
AR.
and vitality and intelligence.
Vitality
Okay.
and intelligence.
All right.
So,
Got it.
do you want to temporarily move to another chat if you're willing to help me out?
Yeah, sure. Gives me
Appreciate
something
it.
to actually do.
And then go ahead and add your starting
We'll
equipment.
be back,
just-
Pyro.
Yep.
I'm
Hop
gonna
into
go
tavern.
to a tavern, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now what?
And add your starting equipment.
All right. Starting equipment for scavenger,
For artificer. We're done with
Oh, for
scavenger
art-
stuff.
artificer. Okay. So equipment. Any two simple weapons. Her weapons would be her weapons would be a pipe, like a crowbar pipe. It's a blunt weapon.
A pipe.
Yeah, she uses like a pipe as a weapon. It's a scrapper pipe. She built it. Or she could use a spear. But does spear count like a scrap spear?
Well, a spear would be just a spear. In fact, it would be a javelin.
All right.
So with javelins, we just go ahead and add those to you.
All right. Scrap javelin.
You got
What do I
damage
say?
and all that.
How much does that damage?
Good question. How much does it do?
That's what I want to know.
How would you find that out?
Let's see. So just type that in. One d6 piercing.
There you go.
Got it.
And then another simple weapon.
And another weapon. Okay. So let's see. Another simple weapon. So would it? Could she have like a serrated blade weapon? Kind of like if you got like a piece of metal and just fashioned it into a sword. Could she use that?
Well, what kind of
It's more like
sword?
a-
Because it has to be a simple weapon.
So, well, so no swords, no machetes, anything like that.
You have simple weapons. You have club, dagger, great club, hand axe, javelin, light hammer, mace, quarterstaff, sickle, spear, light crossbow, dart, short bow, sling.
I have an idea, but I want to run it by you first.
I'm listening.
Kusarigama.
That means nothing to him.
It's like a chain scythe.
Like what Black Star has?
Yeah, that's a Kusarigama.
Yeah, that's a martial weapon, buddy.
Oh,
That's both a scythe and a whip, which are combined a martial weapon.
All right,
Even independently, they're a martial weapon.
so would a tomahawk count?
Tomahawk would be a hand axe.
All
that,
right,
that would work.
all right. All right, so let me see how much that does. Yeah. Axe thrown. Finesse, light, one-handed. 1d4 slashing. Okay, there we go. A light crossbow with 20 bolts. Just gonna add this. There we go. I copy pasted it so I could save time. How's that look? Pyro?
I'm looking for a sec. Okay. Now how much damage does a crossbow do?
One d8. One d8 piercing.
Okay.
Now what?
Now what's the next thing you need?
Uh, uh, 5d4 plus times 10 starting gold.
No, that's alternatively.
Oh,
What's after the light crossbow? What else do you get?
studded leather armor and or beast scale mail.
You get to pick one of those.
I'm gonna do studded leather armor.
Okay. How much studded armor? How much does studded leather give?
So that gives me a 12 plus dex modifier. It says AC 12 plus dex modifier.
Okay, and what does that add up to?
So AC 12 plus dex modifier, weight 13. Well, it's light armor.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
It does say. What is your armor equal to?
I didn't list that.
You just said it.
12
There's more to it.
plus 3. Plus dex modifier. So I guess I'll have to put that down here. AC.
It'll be AL because we don't do AC.
Oh, AL. So AL. Where's my dex? So the dex modifier is +2. So 12 plus 2 is 14.
There you go.
All right.
And you mark your EL because what does it say that studded leather is? What weight class is it?
Light armor.
All right. So you do 10 plus your agility mod.
Which is plus 2, so also 14.
10 plus 2.
16.
12.
12. Okay.
10 plus 2.
Oh.
And then your
Ah. There we go. No, dang it. There we go.
and your armor reduction. So your AR is just your armor level minus 10.
8.
14 minus 10.
Oh, so 4.
Right. So if you get hit with a 12 or a 13, you reduce your damage by that much.
Oh. That's going to take some remembering.
Alright. And you can get rid of your thieves tools from your inventory thing right here and just mark as you have a dungeon. You have dungeon pack.
All right.
Alright. You got your spells, you got your armor, got somewhat of an inventory going. Got your infusions. Once you list out your actual core stuff for Artificer, realistically speaking, would only need to be your magical tinkering, infuse item, and right tool for the job. It'd be all good.
What about ability, my steel defender?
He's statted out in the battlesmith.
All right, so I just copy paste that.
If you'd like to.
All right, let me go to battlesmith. So where do I start copy pasting?
Your steel defender.
All right. Okay. Copy. There we go. Now his stats. I do his stats. Because it says he has stats.
Go ahead and let the other guys know.
Last thing I get is extra attack at 5th level. So should I stat Bob Biddley?
It's already statted.
Oh, so I don't have to copy paste that?
That's up to you if you want to copy paste it or if you want to come back to this page whenever you need to.
Yeah, I'll come back to it. I think we're about done.
Other than you needing to copy over your magical tinkering and your right tool for the job and your infused items so you know what to do with those.
All right. All right, let me go to that. Okay, magical tinkering is added. And infusion items. And right tool for the job. 4th level, you reach ability score improvement. Do I ability score improvement there? Arrow?
Hmm.
At 4th level, it says ability score improvement.
We already did that.
All right. Then I guess we're done. So now what?
I'm letting the guys know. Guy and girl, technically, but we can do it.
Well, we'll have an hour of play if we start.
No, we would have about 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
Alright. Now, once you get into the habit of doing that by yourself, you should be pretty good to go.
But I try my best. So are the guys joining us?
Don't know. I let them know. We'll be back soon.
What?
That's what they said. We'll be back in just a second.
Oh. There's River.
Yo.
My capabilities to move people through the Discord server calls is very oddly limited. Like I can
Here,
move people
I'm
in
gonna try something.
from when I'm in GM's corner, but I can't move people from Tavern General. That's kind of funny.
Oh, Gulp is finished.
I have
Nice.
all 2 of the possible character sheets I made finished. I'm
Let me take a peek at.
what?
I said that we get a. This one here. Okay.
I sent you.
Do you need the list of origins, Broski?
If you've got custom origins yourself, yes.
Not exactly, but I do use
Because
this.
right now I'm looking at D&D Beyond.
Well,
Look
I
at
mean,
that
at least we now have a name for what Gulp is.
There is a
Alright.
seed stuck in my permanent brace, and I am annoyed because I cannot go deal with it until I brush my teeth.
Oh, fun. Well, go brush your teeth, because it's gonna take me a moment to decide on one of these.
Alright. Pyro, if you would just kindly look over the bow and the Lancy sheets, I sent you both of them. They should be done. Just let me know if you see anything missing or that you think needs changed.
Okay, so... Also, go ahead and take a look over my sheet real quick.
That's what I'm
as
doing
well.
right now. Your
I
initiative.
figured.
Your initiative is how you normally figure it out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, let me refresh on how to figure that out real quick.
It's just your agility mod.
My initiative is just a agility mod. Okay. That's right. The only time it changes from that is if something says it changes from that. So that'll make it a +3. Oh. Why'd you do that?
I didn't do anything.
Bad fucking program. There we go. Okay.
So I'm assuming
So-
Holy is your Dragoona clan
Yes.
boon burst.
Yep.
Alright.
I went with the Kinbreaker, and it said I can choose any.
Right.
So
I was just clarifying, like that's your boon burst. It's just okay.
yeah.
Holy.
So let's see.
Go ahead and add Draconic to your languages, as well as one additional language of your choice. I don't know if you read over Maverick Adaptivity.
Alrighty. So
Being that you picked Holy, I would recommend Celestial.
So I get that from the Maverick.
Yeah, from Maverick
Yeah, okay.
Adaptivity, you get Draconic in addition to one language of your choice.
Yeah, I like the idea of Celestial for that.
And just know that pretty much after every long rest, you can pick a damage type you were resistant to. So like right out the gate, you can pick a type to be resistant to.
What?
Yeah. Talking about the
Oh, Dragoona.
Dragoona resistance. Yeah. Let's see.
Pyro, remind me at some point I have to make another Dragoona character.
I would recommend Prismatic Crater. If you have not already.
I'll have to see what my other two characters were because I was kind of going down the line. Although I would like to do something more like zombies again, but a little more structured.
Right,
If
that
we
one was
could, or-
definitely more towards Call of Duty Zombies type stuff. I had an idea for another one that is more storytelling based, but like zombies is a part of it rather than it be literally Call of Duty Zombies.
I would like that.
Oh.
Would I be able to bring John back for that?
Yeah, just reflavor it.
Okay.
For context,
Well,
River, Tori made a fucking so we were doing like this little like
I
play
made
test
an
thing.
isekai character.
We had this little like adventure thing that we were doing for like play testing the Dragunas when we first came out. It was literally just Call of Duty Zombies, just tabletop form. And so as like a joke character, Tori made someone that worked for Hank Hill's store with propane.
I made a
Jesus
character
Christ.
who was an isekai from King of the Hill. The joke was John doesn't know how he died. He just knew it happened on his first day of work, which is like the first day of gross extravaganza at Strickland Propane.
Meanwhile,
And,
at the store, when he died and got isekai'd. God damn it, we need to put up a damn sign not to turn the valves on these. Now I have to call the damn fire department. The whole store is ablazing.
Hey,
all we know is it actually wasn't John's fault. That's the only
Yeah, he was a casualty. That's why I made it very loose that like we need to make sure we put up a sign not to turn the damn valves.
It's most likely some customer did something stupid like spark up, and John got caught in the explosion,
Nice.
or a truck hit him.
Next
A
stuff.
bobtail might have hit him when someone wasn't looking, and John thought the truck was stationary. If it is as equally non-serious as Zombies, could I still have John be an isekai character?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. We'll just pretend none of the stuff with the zombie stuff happened for him. Pyro, I have a question related to this. If John dies, can I just make my next character John, but a different class for Draguna? Like he respawned after rounds. I can't tell if Pyro's considering or about to call me an idiot.
No, I'm trying to remember. So in Crystals, did we actually make a note of what year it was? I feel like we did. It was like 900 something.
Oh god. Okay, so the time we actually make a reference to the year is in the prologue. It's in Morador.
No, I feel like we actually did something just recently. Hold on. Fuck.
I would base it off the Morador one because that's the original timestamp and we know it's 150 years later. Because I can tell you exactly when it happened. It's either the first or second session of when we entered into Mordor, and it's when Greg is entering. No. It's after lockdown. After the lockdown, after Golart commits an act of terrorism, Pyro.
No.
Greg gives his age?
No. It's right before River joining us.
That's when it happened in the crystals?
Yes.
Okay, well, I was still thinking the prologue one would be the better one to go with since we established that one
I'm
first.
looking at my notes. And I'm seeing references to... Yeah, crystals. Current year, 981.
That sounds awfully close to, I want to say, what the time was when Greg was asking what year it was.
No, because I was only trying to figure out it out. Hold on, let me see. Is there a fucking date on this?
YouTube.
Because the reason being, my notes are, the starshade herb, found only in the dimmest parts of the enchanted forest, yada yada yada. Then shortly after, it's me trying to make notes of our version of AD and BC, and we came up with AZ, which is, no, it was ZG, so it's Zetethian Genesis. At least I believe that's the way it is. It's ZG, the Zetethian Genesis. Or it may be AG after Genesis, that's before Genesis. And the after it would be after the events of Day Zero, which is when the Pantheon reset the world, and before anything before Genesis was during the era of the Keepers.
Pyro, any idea what episode Stetson's act of terrorism took place?
I have fuck all idea. All I know is, according to my notes, it was when we were talking about Alara and Earl. Which is when River joined.
Did Stetson do it before or after the chatters?
I don't.
Before.
Session 10, I believe, is his debut.
All my homies hate Golark. Or not hate Golark. All my homies hate Cynthius and Drog.
I'm just hoping Gulp lives up to expectations.
We don't know.
It looks like it's session 27.
No, chapter 1, session 10 or 11. I'm trying to find when you guys go into the forest. Because the forest, the enchanted forest is the timestamp for when you guys
Actually what?
Oh, okay, that's... Okay, session 11 is when that happens, so it has to be before then. Session 6. Session 6 was the dinner session, essentially. Session 6. Maybe. Alright, playlist.
I went Kermit the Frog on your ass.
Not surprise me.
So I can always choose something else if
No,
What?
I'm now trying to figure out my own timeline. Because I forgot it, I started dating everything instead of event plotting.
Well, River, we got Gulp's sheet done.
Hell yeah. All that's left for my person's sheet is the background.
Oh, I didn't mean to close that one. Whoops.
Well,
Or the origin. But tell us about Gulp.
Yeah,
Well-
I would say now would be a great time to start discussing party dynamics.
what do you mean, Pyro?
Like how everyone would get along, because obviously you guys are going to eventually get together.
Well, yeah. Gulp's probably going to be very friendly. She's probably going to be very friendly and jovial. And she's probably going to try to sell you one of her inventions. But because she's trying to make some money, just so she can afford bigger and better things.
How
Like-
old is Gulp?
Gulp is 18 years old. She's quite young.
A mere baby.
And she's like, I should probably make her at least 20. Let me fix that.
What are we doing?
No, you can keep her at 18 for all I care.
I know,
No
but
matter what, the response is gonna be the same.
yeah, there we go. I fixed it.
Alright, chances are the whole thing is probably... That thing that I'm thinking of is either in session 9 or 10 or 11. Somewhere
But
in there. But essentially...
She's not- she's gonna be like, I invented a new thing for people who want to make quick changes fast, just in case they want to get into bed quicker. You know how much I enjoy. You know how much like I enjoy making money off of this kind of stuff. But it's called I couldn't think of a name for it. It was. You ever wanted to get into a fancy party and then you wanted to quick change out of it just in case you met a girl? Well,
So Gulp is gonna be the very charismatic salesperson of the group.
yeah, but
Did,
most of her inventions are most of her inventions are like just things she figured out on the fly, patent pending, I see. And they're based on real products that do exist, but whether the practicality of it, it's like some of them are based on real things that do exist. Like I
Nut chops.
invented the balloon necktie, just in case you're on a trip and want to take a rest.
Remember,
As a-
boys and
as a-
girls, adulting is realizing when you can't skip work like how you used to skip school.
So it's important if you
Has
have,
an off-brand slap chop.
so if you're on an airplane and you can't afford to have a pillow, your necktie could be a pillow too. I was working on a new one where I could make a $200 Gucci tie into an air mattress, but that didn't work. That didn't work so well.
True.
Oh, I also the quick change tuxedo. She's gonna. It's just the word tuxedo, but change the T for an F.
What are we currently doing? Or are we just discussing our characters?
Yeah.
Pretty much discussing characters' backstories. possible party dynamic, who would probably get along with who and who wouldn't get along with who, and
So-
possibly prepping some combos up for interactions for combat.
Gulp is
don't-
sorry.
Sorry, no, you go ahead.
Gulp is a junker and a scavenger. So she just builds scrap stuff or inventions that she can find out of whatever she can get. Basically, if she finds like a tin can or some scraps laying around, she'll collect it, put it in her satchel, and then fashion it into something. Like making a grappling hook in case you need to break into somewhere, or inventing a battering ram if you have to break a door down. And she'd probably be friendly, but she'd also try to sell you something. And if you weren't interested, she'd just give up because she knows not everyone's into her inventions. Plus, she also runs her own little business called Bob Biddleby's, where you can get something to eat if you're not interested in scrapping. Although her cooking is subpar at best.
Lancey is a 7-foot Leonin man. He wears a wide brim hat with a He wears I don't know the specific type of hat, but he wears a wide brim circle hat that's just like two kind of concentric circles looking at it from the top. One's just smaller. Does anyone know what kind of hat that is?
A what kind of hat?
Hold on, I'm just gonna go to Hero Forge and see if they named his hat.
And Gulp is her own species. I started calling them Scarfles.
Okay.
Because of their voracious appetite and their jaw strength. They have like a bite PSI that would put a snapping turtle to shame.
I'd be impressed if it were a crocodile.
Well, I mean, like an alligator snapping turtle. They have a bite pressure that would put an alligator snapping turtle to shame.
Again, I would be impressed if it were a crocodile or an alligator. Those things have a really good bite. I guess what he has is it's a plague. He has a wide brim plague doctor's hat, is what he wears.
Okay.
Lancey's a bit of a dour man. He speaks plainly. He doesn't say too much to most people. Kind of just constantly looking for work in one of two varieties. People need a physician, a man who can help heal them and give them that extra pep in their step in the heat of battle, or just, on a dangerous expedition, or you got a lot of disease, famine, people dropping like flies in general. He'll help determine cause of death or get them ready for burial, whichever you need him to do.
Yep.
Very nice.
He might be a little off-put by Gulp based on looks, but he's not one to judge. He's seen people who've been through worse. He's used to a closed casket funeral.
Nice.
On the topics of religion and why he went from being a general practitioner doctor and or surgeon to a mortician, he does not typically like to talk about either. For Bo's possible. If Bo ends up, I'm not trying to play two characters, but if Bo does end up showing up, Bo is a slender human of average height. He's of a medium muscular build. He has an Ouroboros tattoo stretching that goes around both arms. It wraps around his chest, front and back, so the snake is always there. It kind of moves however it needs to, so whatever position his hands are in, the snake is always truly eating its own tail. Bo doesn't. He more gestures rather than talk. Anyone who already knows Bo doesn't really know what his voice sounds like. They do know stay off of Bo's bad side and don't be the person with less money, because if Bo gets paid to come after you, Bo's not gonna stop till either you or him are finding yourself in need of Lancey's line of work. And that's not because they know each other, but that's just a good example of the consequences. He's efficient, he does his job, pay him well, he won't leave your side. He doesn't talk much, but he will give his input somehow.
Hell yeah.
Oh, by the way, I thought of something I wanted to try that's pretty funny.
Bo probably would look at Gulp and be like, the fuck? And then move on with his day.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she's not conventionally attractive.
Bo's done worse to people.
Also, Gulp will sing, but only once or twice.
Nice.
Okay.
And Gulp has really weird song tastes. For example, this is an example of what you might do.
In the meantime, I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, and off along the armpit is smelling strong. I have it.
Jeez.
I'm mad
Excuse
because
me, I have to find my brain cells. I seem to have lost them.
you did you did some where they fucked up a gorilla song, and I like the gorillas.
I mean, it could have been at least the in a bag one.
Right. The OG.
Where everything just turns into in a bag.
Yeah. It's in a bag, it's in a bag. Finally, someone let me out of my bag.
Fuck, that one's
All right.
hilarious.
So,
I was,
Pyro.
I would strongly recommend getting all this highlighter. Hold on. It's hurting my fucking eyes.
I've got my 2 parts highlighted. It's because it's copy pasted from the website.
Highlighter! So just a thing, if you're already proficient in something, it goes up to expertise. If you're expertise in something and you gain another proficiency, it goes up to mastery.
Right. But the initial proficiency is the second part here that I have highlighted.
Right.
So does that apply like that, or is it just the overall?
So if I were to say you would get that bonus, it would be expertise. Otherwise, it would be a normal proficient roll.
Okay, so it's expertise with that condition saying in place.
Yes. But if
So
that condition
then
is not
it's written
present,
out
it would
right.
just yes.
Okay, cool. That's why I wanted to double check with you, because that was what I was
There's
seeing
one.
written down.
You're good.
And then I also get 2 more languages.
Oh, did you what was it? Did you take fuck.
Oh, you haven't even
Linguistic?
taken your feats yet. You haven't taken your power feats.
My power feats?
Yeah, you get
You
one at
know,
first
like,
level, and you get one at
lucky,
fourth level.
tough. Wait, we get it's and power feats, not power feats or ASI pyro.
Well, that's if you wanted to take one at fourth level.
Okay.
Like you are straight handed one at first level, but at fourth level with your normal ASI, it's you pick one or the other.
I'm asking because I was trying to tell if you changed your rule or not.
No, I was just
Okay.
you had me double check myself. Like, what do you mean? And I realized, oh yeah, it's you can pick one or the other. But the way I worded it made it sound like hand. No, at first level you get to pick one right out the gate, and at fourth level, with your ASI, if you don't want to increase your stats, you can pick a power feat. In your case, what I did was Sakuhara, which seems to be my bread and butter fucking tester, because I've scared people with it more than just Tori.
Pyro is the reason my boss's health pool changed mid-fight and gained the ability to heal.
Not just that, turn 2.
Turn 1.
I say turn 2
Fun.
because by the time it turned... Yeah, apparently my first attack, because the way Dragooners are meant to be played, and all that shenanigans, I pretty much just did what Dragooners are supposed to do. They're a burst TPS, so I powered everything into one major attack. Apparently I damn near 2-shot it.
He removed a little over half the health pool. Pretty sure if you pay attention to that stream, there's a distinct pause in my reaction. And then there is followed by me being like, hold on just a moment, I have to make sure I'm accurately looking on something. As I type in stuff and added...
Turned the 2 and the 200 to a 6.
Yeah! In fact,
Fun.
once...
So what I have for Sakuhana's power feats is Polearm Master for self-explanatory.
Yeah, because I do and, not or.
Piercer, because once per turn when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, which most 8 times out of 10 Dragoona are going to do, you can re-roll the lowest attack die, but you have to take the new roll. And when you score a critical hit, you can do an additional damage die.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly turns in.
I'm very familiar with Piercer.
Oh. Well, that just happened. Yeah, Polearm Master, Piercer, and Resilient is what Sakuhana has.
Yeah, no, Pyro was my biggest learning curve for fights. Because Pyro literally one-shot everything. Kinda two-tapped a lot of stuff. Or, well, Sakuhana specifically one-shot everything. Azaza chip damage everything, kinda two-shot a lot of stuff.
Which is what the shaman of his variety is supposed to. It is meant to be lots of damage spread out, to be this massive crowd gets 3 damage per tick, essentially, versus that one guy gets 300 on Sakuhana.
Azaza was the perfect person for fighting a hive mind monster.
Oh, I mean, Mont Blanc did have a few really good moments there.
Mont Blanc was the perfect person to pair with Azaza for doing that because
both are crowd control.
Mont Blanc's like, your movement? I think not. Azaza's like,
Let's see.
You're not
your
moving?
ability- Poison!
Where's...
Die
Plus,
slowly.
Plus, I got to fire hose an enemy against a wall with a juice spray.
Azaza runs up, flicks him in the forehead, poison him, runs away like Tom and Jerry.
Gregory's thought process. Shoot that guy, shoot that asshole, shoot this asshole.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Points at Azaza. You're cool.
Mont Blanc, maybe. Sakuhana, you're killing shit, you can live. The captain's thought process. God damn it, why can't I hit anything today?
I mean,
Fuck
The captain forgot to remove his blindfold from the morning.
The captain forgot. The captain, much like the person he shares a voice with, everybody's favorite orc fighter, needs glasses.
I still wish I remembered what my greatest shining moment was.
Mont Blanc, probably the
Alright,
fact when you
so-
froze all of the minions in the boss room.
Is
Because
that what
you
the-
literally allowed everyone to focus on just fucking up the primary target.
Which is what crowd control is meant to be.
Arguably, Kana, that is the greatest moment because it put the biggest wrench in my system. Put the biggest wrench in my gears because it's like the whole point of the Nexus boss fight was, yeah, his minions are trying to keep you off of him while he's trying to kill you, but he can't do jack himself, so he has to rely on these abilities and these spells. And then you took away, oh, there's no minions. Oh, there's only spells. Well, good thing everything's still technically, or every part of the factory is technically the boss.
Well, I mean, and I used Ice Cream Ripple on him.
Yes.
I used Bomb Glacier on him.
You also use tiramisu.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
that one was funny. I enjoyed that just because that's a funny little mistake. It's nothing against you. That was just mildly entertaining. What? As we were like, no, everyone runs away. What? You didn't designate. Nate, who didn't?
Well, I mean, we got to see that gastromancers can be very powerful.
When played correctly.
Technically, I think it was just your cleric build that was very powerful, and the gastromancer contributed to it.
I'm waiting for the day where I get to showcase how powerful a clown can be.
Well, a clown doesn't really do much. It is what the clown does. Like, mechanically, the clown doesn't do anything. It's just flavor.
I mean,
Well,
Trixie does a little bit on her own, but she doesn't do very much. It's what Trixie's job is, her things she does, that allow her to do a lot. Because Trixie's an artificer druid mix, although I still think you should have gone with Bartificer just because clown.
well, I'm wanting to do another clown character. Pyro's not letting me, but I'll figure something out. I've got 2 supplementary books here that I'm gonna prove that clowns can be serious. I'm gonna prove it one way or another. I'm gonna prove it.
Anyways, River, would you like to give us a little preview of your character? Then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Alright, let's see here. I have to say, this world seems very intriguing, but at the same time, very boring. Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to cause any offense. There's just simply something that makes my toes curl whenever looking at this wasteland that, from what I understand, truly used to be beautiful. Oh, where are my mariners? I'm on Thalis Balia. And I am a Dragoona.
I'm just imagining Gulp. I'm just imagining Gulp eating her, eating one of the burgers that she cooked, eating one of the burgers that she cooked from her like side restaurant job.
Is that what you call that thing?
What?
Is that what you call that hunk of meat?
Sir, legally that is a beef patty. Actually, wait a minute. Beef is in beef is in quotes.
Either way, it
Spelled
does.
with 3 E's. Sorry.
Either way, it does smell quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Sickening? No. There's a better word than that. Revolting, yes. Thank you.
Her, yeah, it's like everyone could use a good Bob Biddledy's burger. I mean, I shaved meats are always good.
I've dealt with rotten corpses that smell far better than that burger ever could.
And she's like, I'm imagining that Gulp is like, you guys don't get out much, do you?
I will say it has been quite a number of years since I've explored.
I'm a traveling doctor / mortician, so I would say I get my fair share of getting out in. Don't stay in one place for much more than a couple of months. Probably go around for more than 3 or 4 at a time.
Well, please do tell me, good friend. What are the most common ways of death nowadays?
Murder.
Mr. Pyro, murder?
Is war. Within the last, if we want to count what Dracula has done, then what came right before that, there's been 3 wars. The Underworld War, and there was 2 wars involving, essentially it could be labeled as a world war, where everyone was fighting over who gets dibs on Evoria before it got
For
independence.
adamantium?
For the mithril.
Mithril? Okay.
Because Evoria was found, everyone caught word of just how absolutely rich and replenishing the mithril was. It was pretty much just self-growing as quick as you were mining it. No one can still to this day can explain it. And everyone tried to fight for dominance for territorial dibs until Evoria stepped up and actually started, anyone who stepped on their land started killing them off. So all 5 continents made a truce that this collection of islands would be named Evoria and to be its own continent. And then before that, there was the war between Razuin and Ithilien during the ages of when the main 4 volcanoes on Razuin were constantly active due to the people forcing them to be active for an abundance amount of obsidian to make housing and tools out of, because most people lived in caves or cave-like structures. And go figure, the constant volcanic ash was really fucking with the Sky Islands.
Currently, it would be war. It's been that way for the last several hundred years or so, maybe half a millennia or more.
Figures.
Become somewhat disillusioned with the world because of it.
I believe a lot of us have. Though I will say, the smell of that meal is quite the distraction.
I would say so indeed, myself.
And she's like, if it bothers you so much, and she just kind of like, she stuffs the whole burger in her mouth, like the whole gosh dang thing. And
I was about to try and cast decompose on it.
So
Well,
she
it
stuffs.
appears that you have a new patient.
She stuffs the whole thing. She stuffs the whole thing in her mouth, and you just hear.
I've never seen anything like that, and I would not know where to begin treating it. I've treated corpses a hobgoblin. I've dealt with corpses that have looked worse than that, but most of them were being put into a casket to go down into the ground, or whatever I was preparing for their funerary rites.
And she's like, I'd shake your hand, but I've been busy working on junking, so I got monkey.
Personally, I would not soil my gloves with shaking your hands.
Those gloves, friend, with all due respect, they're about as junky as the junk that the little one has provided.
Lanty looks at the fairly nice pair of surgeon's gloves he's wearing.
I hate how fucked my humor is.
And she's like, here.
You all know
About
why
this
I'm
pair.
fucking laughing, and I hate it.
Is it the meme you posted?
No. I'd
I was
shake your
about to cast.
I'd shake your hand, but I've been junking lately.
Yeah.
God damn it! But
Bro, I'm fucking crying right now. Holy shit.
Lancy's response is, I just bought this pair about 2 months ago. They're rather nice surgeon's gloves. I don't know what's wrong. Well, I suppose I was rooting around in a corpse and have not gotten a chance to wash them yet.
Who knows? Perhaps the smell was coming from you after all.
I don't think so. That man had just died recently. Actually, a murder in the town.
I don't know about you,
Surprisingly,
but
not one from war.
I don't know about you, but my cooking, I'm getting tired of just eating my own cooking. I could use a good meal around here, you know?
I'll tell you what. How about the two of you come with me? I will show you what exactly it means to live in luxury and a good meal to boot.
Oh shoot. You must be one of them famous celebrities.
I used to be a surgeon. I know what luxury is like. I changed career paths and changed my style.
Are you one of them doctors are you one of those doctors who I had an uncle who had to get his intestines inflated and then they had to give the air back. You one of those doctors who rate farts on a clipboard? Because I know guys will do that for free.
This is a Wendy's.
Offer is rescinded at this point.
I got corpses. I got a fucking Lancy. Lancy just had the most bewildered look on his face. Slowly starts walking back, and he's just like, I got bodies I gotta go get prepared. I can get more fresh water for the basin later.
It's like, oh shoot! If you're offering to show me some luxury, I'll gladly take you up on that.
Sorry, friend. The offer has been rescinded. Fare thee well, little one, and smelly one.
The smelly one was
as
fucking...
Orenthalis walks away. He looks at Kana when saying smelly one. Looks at Tori's character when saying little one.
Lancey is 7 foot even.
And there's just this 5'9" elf telling you, fare thee well, little one.
He looks so confused. He just at that point turns around defeated and walks back into the fucking morgue.
Till we meet again.
He has no clue what's happening. If Bo was there, Bo would have just been probably mostly unsettlingly silent. Maybe some rude gestures.
I'm still mentally recovering from fucking Kana's line. I would shake your hand, but I just got done junking.
We're all fucking 12.
Shit, that's a little low for me. I'm more like 8. Fight jets!
I'm fucking crying. Holy shit. I'm too sober for this.
Dude, that's fucking funny though. But yeah,
fuck.
so in short, 5'9" elf looks like early to mid adulthood. Like comparing it to a human, probably like 31, 32.
Okay. Okay, so he looks a little older than Lancey, because Lancey is 30.
I'm gonna try not.
Although Lancey's probably harder to tell his age, given the fact he's a bestial race.
I'm gonna try not to do what Trixie did and say jokes every 5 minutes.
If you do it right, typically jokes will write themselves. For example, junkin'.
Oh.
It's the next best thing since jorkin'.
Yo, don't tell Junker Queen that.
I got. It's like, wait, can I interest you in one of these Junker inventions? I got a new body shape and underwear here that I invented.
Now
Perhaps
what?
next time.
Now what in the fiddle DT is this nonsense here?
I'm gonna head out. I will see you.
Well,
guys later.
it's because
Heard.
you never know when you never know when you need junk and you never know when you need special underwear. I mean, I don't got camel toe. I've got elephant hoof.
Jesus fuck.
Fucking Christ.
Not gonna lie, do you know how many times I've actually made the joke of, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna shove my steel toe up your camel toe?
I assume you're asking Kana because...
No, I'm just making it as a general statement. Because the answer is too many.
I've heard it at least 35 times working with you.
That's why I said too many till I lost count.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's often like trying to she's trying to invent new things, like, behold my newest invention. I call it the bass backwards.
I like it. But alrighty, I gotta get stuff ready for work in the morning.
Alrighty.
Make my lunch and then, you know, maybe go junking.
Heard.
So,
That's gonna be the new thing now, ain't it?
yes. Yes, it is. Thank you, Kana.
You know, she, instead of shaking your hand, she was gonna shake your hand with her foot.
I believe it. I truly believe it. Oh, man. Alright. Well, it's been fun, guys. I will catch you later.
Okay, bye bye.
Next session. Next session, we start proper.